making the coop ready for the little chicks. They're gonna stay underneath here, separated, but there's a hornet's nest in the coop, just up there in the corner, and it's getting bigger. I've been looking at it for a few weeks now, and kind of waiting for the cold, because as the cold weather comes, they'll go away and they never come back. But at the moment it's a bit tricky. As soon as I'm starting to work on the chicken coop, there's a vibration and they get aggressive and they come out. And yesterday I got one in my sleeve, but it didn't bite me, luckily. So it's a bit tricky, so I don't know what to do. Should you take it away or just leave it quietly? I mean, it's September now, so it's getting colder. At some point they'll go away. It's quite beautiful, but it's a threat for the chicken and for me. Thinking what to do. Maybe put a leaf blower on it and power it on whilst I'm far away.
side it's got like the one's going up, off the other it goes in.
And it might be also be determined by
Madame Rex, dove giocare nel zoo? Disgraziati bastardi, è un'epidemia.
You can see how quickly the stones turn green with the rainy weather. Moss grows very fast here in the forest. This is north facing or northwest, so the sun never comes here. When the roof is enclosed, I'm gonna have to pressure wash all the walls, clean them up really nice. Clean up the mortar as well. Well, probably no. First pressure wash them, then point them, because I want to point the inside of the wall so they look nice and closed. And then clean it up, maybe with a material that cleans off the residue of the mortar. But we're not there yet. So right now, here I am at 165. Need to be at 182 for the beams. We need to go up a bit higher. Also on that side. Here I am at 155. Quite a bit to do. It's always a very satisfying job, this. So I do this in the morning the next day. So the whole day laying stone, and in the morning cleaning everything up. Right now you can see it's colder weather because it's still still quite soft after 20 hours or so. So I use this to clean out the majority first, and then sometimes the mortar leaves, depends on how wet it was, it leaves a residue, and that will dry up very white. So that's why I use this to clean it out. But I feel it's a little bit too wet because it clogs up here. So I would wait with that a few more hours until the sun is here. So yeah, that makes it laborious, but it's an enjoyable work. So this is not cement. This is lime mortar, NHL, and it has some different properties than cement. It's a natural product, and it's breathable, so like now the walls get wet, it's easily able to let go of the moisture and it dries out. It also is slightly softer than cement, which is better for the stones because some of the stones are a bit softer depending on how long they've been living in the ground. Like this one is quite an old stone, right? Been in the ground for a long time. It's eroding a bit. and cement kind of like damages it. Cement traps moisture because it's a 100% moisture barrier, and here humidity and moisture can travel through the material. Also, stone absorbs moisture, takes it in and lets it out again, so that's why lime mortar is good. Also, this is built stone on stone, and then the mortar acts as a balancing glue in between, other than brick, which is built with cement and it has like a clear bead of mortar in between, like a centimeter or so. But the load bearing capacity of lime is lower than of cement. I don't think that's the reason why, but it's also to keep mortar at a minimum, you know. How many bags did I have already? I don't know, over 100 I think. So there's a lot of mortar going in here. It's also because they're thick walls, right? They're 40 centimeters, so a lot of material. There's a lot to learn about which mortars to use for this kind of applications, like natural stone, granite, gneiss, which is this material. There's also a lot of ways to make lime mortars. This is like a sort of easy options to have the bags ready. Natural hydraulic lime, NHL2. That's different kind of numbers. There's interesting studies about that. Because cement gives some problems, and everyone is still using cement. Like here too, I see cement in all of the stone buildings. But the material is too hard, and over time, talking about decades, it will give problems with the stones. All of these things depend on climate, humidity. I have actually a book about lime mortars, and all of these books that I know, they're always from the UK for some reason. I think the documentation there is good and the studies are extensive. The reason being maybe that the climate in the UK, because there's so much rain, cold weather, humidity, that has problems with the walls. There's more studies about that. I could actually show the book. You see, find it. There you go. Hot mixed lime and traditional mortars by Nigel Copsey. There's a lot of information in here about how buildings have performed over the years, how they made mortar, how they mixed it, how they retrieved the lime, and also the problems that were happening over the years. Also using cement, you know, and this is about brick buildings, churches. It's really interesting. It's kind of labor intensive to hot mix lime. There's pros and cons to all those different types of lime products. Because NHL is like, this is a modern way of making it, hydraulic lime. And the nice thing is that it sets in 4 hours, so it solidifies quite quickly. It's a little bit more sticky than cement as you work around it, but it's really nice that if you shake it around, it comes quite thin, and you work with it, and already after like 5 minutes it starts to harden, but not curing yet. You can still shake it around and it comes thin again, so really works nicely. But if you make it in a very traditional way, it takes a very long time to cure, and I guess it's more difficult to work fast, you know, so you want to lay a stone, and you want that stone to be solid and stay in its place as soon as possible, not to wiggle around and it's able to sag away. So this product, Malta Antica, it's called, antique mortar, NHL2, it forms really well. It's easy to mix, just add water. Yeah. There's the sun, finally. It's been a short week. My dad is celebrating his 70th birthday, so we're traveling to see family for a few days actually. I don't go to birthdays much, so because I live far away, so it's nice to see everyone. The hornet's nest. I'm borrowing a suit next week, so I can get rid of them. I don't think the nest will grow very much because the temperatures will go down, but you never know. And I fear for the chicken, so it needs to be cleaned up. I also looked at roof stones at the stone quarry. I basically have two choices: to buy perfectly new ones that are 80 by 80. It's like a good size to build with. It will build easily because you have a regular size. The downside is that it will look quite different from the other roofs. There's one roof down there that has been redone some years ago, and you see it really stands out from the other roofs, which are very old. It's a ghost town, so most of the roofs are like 100 years old or more. And for stone to age, it takes quite a long time. Like the second cabin is the oldest. It has like a lot of black patina and a lot of lichen on top of the stones, and it takes decades for that to grow. As you can see here, the stone is quite similar in color. And then the first cabin I did 2 years ago clearly looks a bit newer, but still that stone is very aged and old, so it's a big difference. So I'm thinking to go for reclaimed stone. The same retailer was selling a batch of old roof stones that come from an old house that has been demolished. And for a fair price you can do that. You can get those up here. Will be a lot more work because you have to mix and match, and you have to cut stones a bit, you have to hammer them to a certain size, but it will look better. It will have a human touch. The more work it is, the better it will look, because that's the style of these buildings. It's all about a human touch. Same with the walls. The fact that every stone is different. Every stone that I pick up, put on the wall, you have to make a judgment. Does it fit here? Is it too oddly shaped, too big, too small? Is there a good balance in the wall? Keeping a horizontal line and then breaking it up with a bigger stone. It's there's an artisticness about it, which I really appreciate it. If I travel around here, I see so many different styles and sort of signatures of masons that has built all these beautiful houses. We're losing this handmade touch in buildings and in crafts because it's all about getting the job done fast so you can send your invoice and get paid. So slower generally is better. It's the same with woodworking. If you have a knife or a spoon that is carved out of wood by hand, not using routers and machines, but just by hand, you feel connected to it. You see the human touch, and there's a beauty in that. It's very tempting to choose for a quick option, but I'm not going for it.